morning, everyone. This is Sandra Alexei, and I am from mypersonalmuse.com. I hope you will check out my website. Anyway, today, what we're going to talk about is I'm an evolutionary astrologer, I'm a numerologist, I'm a business and spiritual coach. And right now, we are experiencing some very, very intense energies. So we're going to look at the new moon, which is at 28 degrees of Scorpio on Thursday, November the 20th. First, I need to share, I'd really appreciate it if you would comment, if you would share this, and if you would press the notification button. We are experiencing some very, very intense energies throughout the world. Everyone, every country, every person has their own personal challenges. And what we need to do is just really ground ourselves in our physical bodies and be very patient and take care of ourselves. That's my first message for everyone, okay? And we're going through a profound transformation, a rebirth, and the truth. So it's all about truth coming out, and a lot of people are having a hard time with some of the truth. Okay. So with this transformation, we're actually going into a deep emotional what's happening with us. So that's where the intensity is coming. It's not just in the head, but we're having to feel it. Okay. Whatever your sign, you are being asked to shed this year because it's basically the year of the wood snake. So anything that isn't authentic with you, it's time to let go. And it's time to become emotionally honest with yourself. And now it's time to plant new seeds because a new moon is about new beginnings and new intentions. Layers of illusion. We all thought of this different kind of things about what was happening with the government, what's happening with our relationships, what's happening with our jobs, what's happening with ourselves, okay? And we're stepping into a new lunar cycle, a day to start a fresh slate, like it's on a blackboard. Just wipe everything off and start anew. So it's about cleansing both spiritually and physically. As you reset, you're resetting yourself with your new intentions and starting new products. It's very important if you actually have your natal chart so you can check what house or houses that 28 degrees Scorpio is in, and it's shining down and it represents a specific area of your life. Okay. Like house number 1, if it's in house number 1, it's all about you. If it's house number 10, it's all about career. If it's 7, relationships. 4, it's going to be your own soul and home type of thing, okay? Scorpio energy, and it's ruled by Pluto, teaches us that beginnings require endings and that in vulnerability lies power. So to become vulnerable is very hard to do. Trust the underworld process, which has you honor what you must release and commit to what truly fuels your soul as you step into genuine renewal. That's the big shift. It's one of the most powerful moons of 2025. This new moon is ideally supported as it harmonizes with Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Jupiter. However, it tightly aligns with retrograde, which opposes Uranus. So there can be some irritations. You feel irritated physically, emotionally, okay? In the sign of Scorpio, matters related to intimacy, control, power, money, and sharing will be a strong focus in the period ahead of this new moon. New beginnings or fresh starts are possible in these areas. The new moon in Scorpio marks the beginning of a cycle presenting an opportune time to commit to personal goals that express the positive energies of the Scorpion, which are passion, resourcefulness, being focused, probing, okay, finding out, being like the detective, deep and very perceptive, as it favors working on self-empowerment, self-mastery, as you pinpoint those things that make you feel out of control, such as addictions, debts, work, and are ready to free yourself of these emotional burdens. This transformative Scorpio new moon, which is ruled also by Mars, okay, because it's Mars and Pluto, emphasizes themes of depth, renewal, and shared resources, impacting your first and eighth. So relationships, okay, it's going to be how am I tied to them with money? The conjunction with Mercury retrograde amplifies introspection, encouraging and reviews intimate relationships, amplifies that and encourages to review everything. Just take the time to stop. It's an ideal time to release what no longer works or serves you in your personal life because there's profound inner transformation and you're not going to get away with it. With this potent energy, you finally have a chance to make important changes in your life, so do it. Each sign teaches us valuable lessons, and one of the Scorpio lessons involves learning to dig deep into the mysteries around ourselves and gain an understanding of others' motives, which can enrich our feelings of intimacy or forgiveness or meaning or realize there's nothing there. Scorpio also teaches that dedication to one meaningful relationship or undertaking can be very significant. It's like, oh my God, like I'm like 3 or 4 different people, stop. Quality over quantity applies to you, so that you might want to focus and develop one specific project or relationship that will help you. It can also be a time to seek ways to release your fear of confrontations and heavy emotional situations, anything uncomfortable. The new moon aligns with this Mercury retrograde. Well, Mercury retrograde, you're re-editing, you're reassessing, you're rethinking. So sometimes it's hard to see your path. However, the discomfort with the past is very real now because it can motivate you to start with new beginnings. Okay. The desire to change and improve your life is very, very strong right now, which is wonderful. Okay. And so on November, it retrograded back on November the 18th. So it drives through to the underworld. And so on November 20th, we're going to experience that's when this new moon is a power day. It's a turning point. Okay. It's a Mercury cazimi. So it gives you clarity. So it's like you wake up on November 20th and you go, oh my God, I didn't realize this. Okay. This is where truths are revealed and insights come. So expect issues of the past to resurface around matters about secrets, information, forgotten facts. Okay. Emotions you may not have been able to express. And now they're becoming clearer to you. And you're getting more in touch with your intuition, and you're now able to find your voice. As new thoughts emerge, you can receive downloads. The energy has you think differently right now. It's kind of like a light bulb moment. Wow, the light goes on. You walk in a dark room, that's been your light, and the light goes on. Be mindful of very volatile energies, okay, under this cycle. So you might things that it's like it's all turned upside down. What do they want? They want now digital ID and they want this, and this is happening in the world. And then you take it back to yourself and it's like, what's happening within mine that I do actually have control? What's your inner work that you need to do? So you need to become over emotional. So be careful. When you become over emotional, your IQ or logic goes down. And what you tend to do is react rather than respond. Okay. Find the balance and remain peaceful and coherent. The new moon on the November 20th is a moment of profound transformation, rebirth, and truth. As I say, for me, probably the strongest in 2025. Getting ready for 2026. Each sign is asked to shed layers of illusion and step into authenticity for removal. Okay, again, beginnings require endings, and that's the vulnerability and the power, okay? Full moons bring a festering problem to the surface, and it's up to you to clean it out. So now I also post this on Facebook, and you can actually go and print it off because I go through what's happening, the different things like November 20th, Pluto's direct, November 20th, Neptune's retrograde, Uranus is retrograde, Saturn's retrograde, Jupiter's retrograde, okay? So it's a great idea to print this off. and figure out all these retrogrades are making you reassess. So you're wondering why you can't go through. You've got to emotionally figure out what's going on. So my message to you is observe, consider, and contemplate how you find your voice and cultivate truly emotional, authentic, and nourishing relationships. Remember, the first relationship is with self. As I said before, I'd really appreciated a comment, whatever. And I'm going to do specific readings. A lot of people are interested in what's happening in 2026. Okay, so I'm going to be doing that for you. Many blessings and much love.